This is how I'm going to get there. You're not going to buy Equilex today and be a millionaire tomorrow. Let's forget about that, because that's what gets us in trouble a lot of the times here in America, because we start running businesses, we start taking those shortcuts because we want to get rich.
Let's think about the future and everything that we do, and grow together. Because ultimately, the Kenyan community can be such a huge economic block in everything that we do. 100%. And if we think that way, I think we can do better.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Annette.
Thanks.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like we've never acted as a unit. And I think that's a reason why the reason why certain groups seem to be much farther ahead than we are, in as much as they may be more than us, is the fact that they're groups that act as a unit. The Ethiopians, for example, despite the divisions they have, but when they're dealing, like with the government here, when they usually act as a unit. And I think that's where we've struggled as Kenyans to be able to do that. And the unit should also be bigger than Kenyans. It should be like even East Africans. We should be able to act as a unit. We have a lot in common, like Swahili speaking people across East and Central Africa. We are a very big number. Like if we could just have that one commonality bring us together, I think we can become a force. So I'm gonna leave this to Ashake, like give us your final thoughts, like maybe a plan of action, like for parents maybe who had not thought about this, and just where maybe we can get started so
if she's a consultant making money, if people want to reach out, she can make some money.
All that details,
baby girl, make that money.
Well, I mean, you can always reach out to me, DM me, and we can talk more.
Hey, DM again. DM. Hold on.
Zoom.
I mean,
Zoom.
my information is there. That's how we start.
Okay.
That's how we start.
Oh, just checking.
I think what I want us to start talking about is death. Because if we start talking about death, then when you have that conversation, all other things fall in place, because now you'll be talking about, do we need a life insurance? What type of life insurance do we need? Do I need to set up a will? Do I need a living will? Do I have a power of attorney? If I get sick and incapacitated, who's going to make decisions for me and for my minor children? So if we look at that aspect, then you're going to be making all the right financial decisions, because death, like we all know, like when death hits the home, it's going to affect, most families are affected financially. So let's be open to talk about death, because, like we say, death and taxes are a reality. So let's talk about death. Secondly, let's treat our kids as autonomous beings. And if we take them as such, we're going to be involving them in all the decisions that we are making, because as much as we like to pretend that kids don't know or don't see, they see everything. When we are struggling, they see, they might not understand. Excuse me. But when you talk to them, when you sit down and say, this is how much income, this is our expenses for the month, I would like us to go to Hawaii for spring break. How can we get there? This is how much it's gonna cost us. How can we get there? Talk about credit. Credit is everything in America. Wealthy people get where they are because they use other people's money, and they get access to other people's money because of credit. A lot of us, when we come to this country, we have no idea what credit is, and we come and we make mistakes. Before you know it, your credit is 300, 350. And now you're paying through the nose, because even when you get car insurance, they penalize you if your credit is not good. So let's talk to our children about credit, about physical discipline, meaning that, yes, I can have $100, but I don't have to go to the mall and spend the whole $100. I can actually just go to the mall and window shop and wait for the end of season or what have you. I don't always have to be buying every time. Like, differentiate between a need and a want, and not just that instant gratification. And you don't, as much as I know it's easier said than done, you don't always have to fall to peer pressure. But if we sit down and we're open with our kids, they will understand when you're telling them no. Like, even if they want something expensive, they will sit down with you to plan. If they want something for Christmas, like, they'll sit down with you in January and come up with plans to be able to afford that thing in December. If they're old enough to, to mow the lawn or babysit or what have you, they can be able to earn the money. But let's be honest, let's not shield them from the reality that we are living, because if you do and something happens to you, they're in shock. Then they realize, oh my God, this is what's happened. I mean, for me, I've learned this from my mom. She was very, very candid with us that this is what she is doing. Every investment that she made, we knew. She would say, this is where it is. This is where everything is. This is my lawyer. This is, like, she was very candid like that, because for her, it was a shock when my dad passed away. She was very young. They were a very young couple. And all of a sudden, she's left with 2 kids, and she has to navigate, make sure they, get a good life. So she learned from that and passed that lesson, and did not want us to make the same mistake. So that is why, for me, I'm very passionate. She did her part, and now I'm doing better. I want to be better than she did, and I want my daughter to be better than I am doing today. So let's just be open, and let's not be too trusting. Like, there's no way to get rich quick. Okay, let's just take that out from our minds. Quail legs will not make you rich. Okay,
be a politician.
Goliath where will not make you rich. Let's just get out of there. To get to financial freedom, you have to have a solid plan. This is how I'm gonna get there. You're not gonna buy quail legs today and be a millionaire tomorrow. Let's forget about that, because that's what gets us in trouble a lot of the times here in America, because we start running businesses, we start taking those shortcuts because we want to get rich quickly. I mean, we have seen our fellow countrymen in jail because they have abused the Medicare system, the Medicaid system, the businesses they're running. So let's learn. And all is because we're trying to get rich quickly. There's no way to get rich quickly unless you win the lotto.
Wow. Okay.
Huyu anachoma.
Yes, so there's
anachomea watu wa crypto.
No, and
watu wa Zoom.
And and that's fairly true. There's no way to get rich quickly. This thing takes time. And there's so many people out there who are selling this get rich quick products, and we've seen how all of them have turned out. And you see, with crypto, there's people who are now going to jail because of what they were selling to people. I can't remember that young guy's name, the guy with big hair.
The kid who ran away, the guy who had even FTX. Was it FTX?
FTX, yes. People are going to jail. Like when we were telling people about these things, there's this tendency of people to say, you guys do not understand this product. It's new. See, the worst thing is that this new trendy it's not a new concept. There's always been a trendy product that has been brought in every generation, in every period. So I don't know, but I think that's where we are. Just understand that there's no schemes for making money quick.
Ongelesha watoto wakiwa wachanga.
Yes.